Hi guys, it's time for the monthly roundup. As usual, a little bit late. It's already July and I'm doing June's roundup. There is actually quite a lot going on and quite a lot to talk about. First of all, let me update you on the Terrarium Girl. Okay, I thought I'd just give you a quick update on the Terrarium Girl. She has been underground for months, and I have noticed with my terrarium setup, when I provide a proper underground system with tunnels and interconnected chambers, my ball pythons much prefer to be underground than on the surface. They spend almost all of their time underground. She comes to the surface almost every evening and sets up an ambush position, expecting to be fed, so she does have a regular diurnal routine, but cleaning her out is about the only time I get to see her. And you'll notice that she is getting quite big, but she still has absolutely no trouble climbing down those tubes that I set up initially for a much smaller snake. She can manage to get down those tunnels very easily. So here she is in the tub underground. I've opened it up so that you can actually see where she's got to. This is her choice. This would normally be completely dark because I blank it off, but there she is underground. And each evening, especially when I'm in the room and I put the lights on, she sets up an ambush. She expects to be fed. She has no hesitation whatsoever when I offer her a meal. Here she is, taking down an African soft furred from her ambush position, and she eats it right there on the surface. She doesn't drag it back underground, she eats it on the surface, and as soon as she's finished eating, she sets up her ambush again and expects to be fed some more. Opportunistic feeders, setting up an ambush position where she's previously been successful. Adaptive behaviour. Now, I have also been doing another terrarium experiment, and it's down here right in front of me, and I have a naturalistic terrarium that I'm trying out with some of my king snakes. And none of my snakes here in the snake room have UVB. They don't have heat mats, there's no hot spots, it's just a tropical climate, and day and night cycles are provided for by the light that seeps in through the curtains, and they all seem to manage just fine. But never let it be said that I'm not willing to experiment. So this terrarium down here has UVB lighting, and I'm trying it with a Mexican black king snake. So let's have a look. I've also been running a different terrarium experiment. This is my Mexican black king snake, and I've been experimenting with a naturalistic terrarium with UVB lighting. And here he is in that new setup. And I personally think the setup is fantastic. He's got a little ledge under there which is dark at the back that he can hide in. The only thing is, he doesn't like it. This sort of behaviour happens every time I turn the lights on. He gets very restless, he freaks out, and any time that I approach the terrarium he wags his tail in anger or in fright. And he has not settled into this terrarium. He does not like the lights and tries to hide away when the lights come on. So I'm afraid I'm going to have to take some intervention or some remedial action here, perhaps blank off the bottom of the terrarium. Snakes do not like to be exposed, they do not like to be seen, and I'm pretty certain that he feels too exposed in this terrarium. Unlike the ball pythons in the terrarium with an underground system, they needed absolutely no time to adapt. Within 24 hours they were at home and had a routine diurnal cycle. This guy just has not settled. He does not like this terrarium at all. And believe it or not, I had a king snake that actually refused to eat, which he never does. So back into the old tub he goes. He's still quite unsettled with the move, but he's back in the tub that he was previously in and very happy and settled in, and we'll see whether he settles down in the rack. He does have some enrichment in that tub. Alright guys, so that is a little bit of a fail. I think the terrarium is not actually set up how the king snake would like it to be, so leave that with me and I will work further on that. As far as UVB lighting, I've always said that my snakes are completely healthy without it, and as a scientist you would like to see some benefit, some health benefit to the snakes by adding UVB. But if they're already completely healthy, it's very difficult to measure any beneficial effects. Now, I will continue to try to see whether I can get my snakes to actually bask in it, but most of them run for cover the moment that I switch any lights on, so that doesn't appear to be something that they particularly enjoy. I certainly think that they do not enjoy glass-fronted terrariums. If you can see in, they can see out, and they don't feel secure. So the king snake has gone back into the tub that he was in before, and it's in the middle of the rack. So the important thing for him is that he has a roof over his head. He has some cover, and he has been pushing and probing for the last week in the terrarium, and I noticed that he's rubbed his chin a little bit raw. Normally, I would say that snakes do not require much time to adjust if your setup is correct. The 3 snakes that have gone into the terrarium here with an underground tunnel system adapted within 24 hours, and they did not miss a beat and they did not miss a meal. That's not been the case for the transition to this terrarium, so leave that one with me. We will continue to experiment with that. I will get back to you with the results. But that snake was extremely unsettled, and whilst it's tempting to interpret snake behaviour in many different ways, and people will say, oh, he's only exploring, oh, he needs time to settle in, oh, he needs this, that and the other, my read on that snake's behaviour is that he needs out. That is what he needed from that terrarium. He needed out of it. So he is now out, and we'll see how he settles down in the rack, and I will have another attempt. I'll adjust some things around in that terrarium and see if we can make it a little bit more suitable to his needs and his liking, and we'll try again. My season continues. I have more eggs. I now have a female Orange Dream that is up to size and ready for pairing, and I am pairing her. You may question the pairing, but it is designed to produce a Super Orange Dream Clown. That is the main purpose of this pairing. We do stand a chance of getting a pastel, Super Enchi, Super Leopard, Super Orange Dream, Yellow Belly Clown, or the super version of all the genes that are in Iron Man. That snake will look spectacular if we manage to cram all the genes in there. I already have my Gen 2 Iron Man Super Enchi version, which is very clean and quite spectacular. The Super Orange Dream version of that is what I'm shooting for, but I think we're going to see that most of the combos that come from that, particularly the ones that have Orange Dream, and because there's Orange Dream on both sides of the pairing, there will be quite a few of them. I think that pairing is quite interesting. I have shot film at ARP, so stand by for that episode. I'm editing the early part of the season's hatchings from ARP, and I'll release that video soon. Some spectacular stuff to look forward to, so do watch out for that. And remember that ARP has now refined his export process, and any snakes you see on the ARP videos can be exported to other countries. When I do that video, I'll give you all the links necessary for you to jump onto his website, select snakes and make a purchase. Alright guys, so that's June's roundup. Plenty more to come. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to share, like and subscribe. We're now up to nearly 3,500 subscribers. Just 1 or 2 subscribers short, which is great news. It's taking quite a while to gain traction, but we're slowly but surely getting there. So again, thanks for watching. Don't forget to share, like and subscribe. And we'll see you for the next one.